Sam Hartman has helped lead Wake Forest to its best start in program history and a top 10 ranking. That's why Sam Hartman is my Power Player of the Week. Sam, first of all, thanks for joining Big Noon Kickoff as our Power Player of the Week, man. You guys are having a great season. You're individually having a great season. 8-0 so far, the best start in program history, and still games to play. But how special has this season been so far for you guys?
I mean, it's been everything. I think this is why you come to a school like Wake Forest, and really why you want to play in the ACC and one of the big Power 5 conferences in the country. I think we've just done a great job of being consistent and showing up every week, and that's been the kind of the push all year. You know, how can we go 1-0 each week, and that's by just consistent effort and consistent focus. And I've really enjoyed, you know, each week with this guys, and you know, it's one of those teams that I'm sure you've been a part of where you really just don't want it to end. So it's just trying to enjoy every moment, every opportunity I can get to spend time with players and coaches has kind of been the pivotal parts of this year. And obviously it goes by very fast, but been really trying to enjoy every single moment.
So the offense is pretty unique as far as, you know, kind of the slow mesh point and the stuff that you guys do with the RPO game. Can you describe that just to the people watching, if they haven't had a chance to watch you guys play? Describe kind of just the uniqueness of this offense at times.
I mean, I think it's, you know, you definitely, the best way to describe it is you got to watch it to see it. And, you know, we have big play potential, and I would say it's fun to watch. But I think you just got to see it to understand it.
All right, so everybody watching this, tune in to Wake Forest, obviously. So, you know, a little bit about your journey. You started as a freshman. I know you dealt with some adversity, injuries. Jamie Newman ends up starting. And kind of take us back to that time and your mindset, because obviously the transfer portal is such just a prevalent part of today's college football world. You elected to stay, and now obviously it's paying off because of the year you're having. Take us back in that time, and what was your mindset? What were you going through that time when Jamie Newman became the starter?
It definitely wasn't easy. I know, you know, now, you know, as you look back, you're like, oh, it was the right decision. It was an easy decision. I mean, it was hard the first couple of weeks. You know, you work your whole summer, your whole spring, because, you know, just to be told you're second best, that's something that you've been working at your whole life. And so it was difficult, and it took some time, and it took some, you know, maturing of myself. And really, two of the biggest things. First was Coach Clausen. You know, he took me aside kind of week 5. I vividly remember it was right before the Louisville game in 2019, and just basically told me nothing's changed. You know, nothing that you set out to do or you set out to accomplish is gone. You know, the NFL dreams, be a starter for whatever amount of years, they're still there. And he showed me that he cared, even though I wasn't the starter, and understood that I was going through something, but still meant something to the program, and that my time was going to come in that year as well. That, you know, the way we run our offense, the quarterback has to run, and there's chances where, you know, he could get injured, or, you know, just the flow of the game. You know, he's beat up one week, we might rest him and play you. And so it was one of those things where it kind of clicked for me. And then really just the players and the other coaches, the assistant coaches, Coach R, Coach Hunter, our running backs coach, Coach Ruggiero, obviously our offensive coordinator. I just, you know, I clicked with them so well, and, you know, they make you feel like you really care and you're important. And they're just great people to have in your life. And as coach, you know, as a coach, you know, that impacts you for, you know, who you are as a man, as a husband. And then the impact that the players around me had, the bonds that I have with a lot of my teammates to this day that were on that team that were seniors, to the guys that were freshmen or sophomores that are still with the team with me now. It made the choice relatively simple to stay. And obviously, you know, now looking back, it was, you know, one of the best decisions of my life.
God, I love that, man. That's a PSA for a lot of these kids. I think the transfer portal, in a way, it's been great. It gives power to the players. You guys have, you know, sometimes the first opportunity doesn't work out, but the grass isn't always greener. I always say that, and there's opportunities there if you just stick around, you deal with adversity. I love that, man. I really do. I think that's a great message. Let's talk about the playoff ranking. Maybe you don't care too much, and then there's still season left, but you guys are in the top 10 in the first initial college football playoff ranking. What was your reaction to that when you saw your ranking this week?
I mean, you try not to, get absorbed in it. But I mean, it's different. At Wake, we're not normally,
Right.
It's not really a discussion that we have to have, which it's a great problem to have for sure. But I don't think we're too caught up in it. It's a cool notion. It's a cool, honor. But as cliche as it is, it wasn't our goal to, finish 9th in the country or to reach this point and stop. We have a really big and a really good opponent in UNC, with a lot of talent and a lot of, just really good players across the board, and obviously an in-state rival for us, the Big Four championships on the line. I mean, it's going to be a big game on the road. So I think that's where the focus is, and that's just something that you can kind of look at for a minute and say, oh, that's cool, or that's not normal. But for this team and this season, we felt like that goal or that achievement or whatever you want to call it was there the whole time. It's just at this point we can't get complacent and
Right.
can't take our foot off the gas.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for joining us on Big Noon Kickoff. Best of luck the rest of the way. You guys are a ton of fun to watch, and obviously the sky's the limit, man. You guys control your own destiny, so best of luck the rest of the way, Sam. Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you having me on.
Fox College Football is powered by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoy that clip, make sure you click subscribe somewhere down here. From game highlights to exclusive interviews and rankings, we've got everything you need as a college football fan right here, College Football on Fox.